Did you ever tell somebody something that was fairly important, and when they responded, you realized they missed the whole point of what you were trying to say? Happens to me frequently. Maybe I don't explain myself very well, but it seems like sometimes folks around me miss the point. We find that in Deuteronomy chapter 6, as we're dealing with the nation of Israel. In chapters 4 and 5, Israel is told to listen, and Israel listens to the commandments, and they respond in chapter 5, verse 24. It's God. We understand this is God speaking. In chapter 5, verse 28, God responds by saying, the people have spoken well. But in verse 29, God clearly says, but I wish it was in their hearts. Now that's quite an interesting thing, because God says, I think they heard me. They've spoken well about what they heard, but I wish it was in their hearts. Let me just read a section from chapter 6, verses 3 through 9. O Israel, you should listen and be careful to do it. That is, it may be well with you, and that you may multiply greatly, just as the Lord, the God of your fathers, has promised you, in a land flowing with milk and honey. Hear, O Israel, the Lord is our God, and the Lord is one. You shall love the Lord your God with all of your heart, and with all of your soul, and with all of your might. These words, which I am commanding you today, shall be on your hearts. You shall teach them diligently to your sons. You shall talk of them when you sit in your homes, when you walk by the way, when you lie down, when you rise up. You shall bind them as a sign on your hand, and they shall be as frontals on your forehead. You shall write them on the doorposts of your house and on your gates. T-shirts, bumper stickers, placards declare some of the greatest spiritual truths that you could possibly say. But I think sometimes the people that place those T-shirts on, those plaques, those bumper stickers, maybe even some of those that memorize Scripture, miss the point. You see, the point is found clearly in chapter 6, verse 6. These words which I am commanding you today shall be on your hearts. Now, I try to say something profound in every devotion that I do, every sermon that I preach, but today I want to give you a phrase that I think is very important. When we think about all of the T-shirts, we think about all of the placards, we think about all of the Scripture memorization, we think about all of the statements we make. Not outward declaration, but inward dedication. Not outward declaration, but inward dedication. We need to not just speak it, we need to live it. We need to be sure we understand what it says and not miss the point. It'd be so easy to miss the point when we quote Scripture, when we nail down placards, when we put on those T-shirts, when we memorize a Scripture verse. It's not the outward declaration, but the inward dedication. That's your thought for the day. God bless you and have a great day.